how to get all 3 needle upgrades and do the Great Taste of Pharloom quest. So to get the first needle upgrade, you're going to get that in Bellheart after you beat the Widow, and then go to the upper right corner and talk to Pinmaster Plene, and you're going to get the first needle upgrade for free. So that's the easiest one. They get harder and harder as you go, so the second needle upgrade you won't get until you're in Songclave in Act 2. And then the third upgrade will take even longer, and that requires the Great Taste of Pharloom quest, and I'm going to help you guys through all of that. I'm going to walk through the whole entire quest, help you guys. So for the second needle upgrade, you guys will need to go through Whisper and Vaults. So here's how to get to Whisper and Vaults, which is also how to get to Garmin and Zaza, secret encounter with them that goes away in Act 3. So this is something you guys want to do before Act 3 as well. At the conductor melody bit, you're going to drop down to the left, and you guys will get to Courier Core. We're going to get a bench really quick before we make our way to Whisper and Vaults. So you're going to hit that a bunch of times to get this bench, and then go up here. I also recommend you guys get Clawline and Double Jump. You don't need Clawline Double Jump for the second needle upgrade, I believe, but you will need it for the third one. It'll be a lot easier to get that for the third needle upgrade. We're going to save on this bench here and go to the left. And now you guys will make your way down, and then you're going to go to the right. So drop down here like this. You're going to see these 2 enemies here. I recommend Silk Spear just to get rid of them quick. Drop down. There's a steam enemy right there. Go to the right. When that cogwheel goes down, that's your cue to go over. I like to pogo off of him. And then you could use double jump to get height and pogo off these wheels. If you don't have double jump, just make your way to the left and bounce off the platforms. Ascension's Grip will help here too, just to stay in place like that. Just to answer some questions I get on my videos. How is my cloak blue sometimes or white? I use a customizer mod to do that. So there's a separate mod for the cloak and then a separate mod for the customizer. So that's how you can change your cloak color, but you have to be on PC. You're going to notice my cog flies are tiny little hornets, tiny cute hornets. So that is another mod as well. Just type in tiny hornet on Nexus. Okay, you guys will get to Coral Chambers again, hit that switch to rotate it. So that's how you get to Whisper and Vaults. And Cogflies is something else that I recommend you guys get. You don't really need it for this, but it becomes more crucial with the Great Taste of Pharloom, specifically the Core's Rasher's quest. I'm going to show you guys the best route for that too. You guys will have a fight right there. Drop down to the right. Keep going to the right. We're now in Whisper and Vaults. But really quick, I'm going to show you guys a shortcut. Hit this ladder up here and go up. And you guys will open up a shortcut into Songclave, which is just really useful to have. This is the Whisper and Vaults map, which costs 70 rosaries. There we are on the map, the mini-map location. And then go to the right, hit this. And that's how you guys get back to Songclave, which is a really useful shortcut to have, especially with Garmin and Zaza, because they only show up the second time you visit them in Whisper and Vaults, or the top right of Songclave. So that's why it's useful to have that. But we're going to head back down here. If you guys want to check that out, check out my video on all things you should do before Act 3. And I go into how to get to Garmin and Zaza in here, in that guide. But we're going to make our way to the left here and jump up. And just hit that, just to use that for later, which is useful for you to have just to navigate around this place. But head up here and jump up here. There's a little puzzle in here, so hit that. Then hit this one on the left. Jump up. Hit this. Jump down onto that box. Then we'll climb up that. Hit that at the top. Go to the right. Go to the very top. Make your way left and hit that box. Then do a downward hit. Jump all the way down. Hit that to the left. Jump down. Hit that up. Go to the left, hit the switch. Go to the left, and you guys now have Pale Oil, so now you can get your second needle upgrade. So there's the Pinmaster's Oil completed. Go back to Bellheart. So here we are on the map. Here's that map location for that second Pale Oil. Hit that switch, drop down, and now just make your way all the way down to get to a fast travel, and you guys will make your way back to Bellheart for your second needle upgrade. So the first 2 needle upgrades don't take too long. But to get your 3rd needle upgrade, you're gonna have to make a lot of progress into Act 2. So then fast travel back to Belheart. Give Pinmaster Plane the pale oil. And there you go. You guys have upgraded a 2nd time. Now, for the 3rd needle upgrade, you need to do the Great Taste of Pharloom. So I'm going to show you guys how to get to this NPC that gives you that quest called Loyal Mergwyn. You guys will need Mossberry Stew, Vintage Nectar, Courier's Rasher, Crustnut, and Pickled Muck Maggot. We're going to do these in the best order to save time. We're not going to do them in chronological order that's shown in the task, but the best way to save you guys the most time, because some of them are near each other. So I'm going to show you guys first how to get to Loyal Mergwyn. Go back to the fast travel, go to Grand Bellway. And he is useful for that Great Taste of Pharloom quest, and also you're going to need to get to him for Courier's Rasher. Go to High Halls. We're also going to open up 2 very important shortcuts that you're going to need for Courier's Rasher. So there we are on the map. If you don't have High Halls yet, I recommend getting there and getting Cogflies. So you get there from Songclave. You can't just run all the way to the left. You're going to have to go down and then make your way up to High Halls. And then from that High Halls place, you're going to make your way down. And we're going to get to the cafeteria here with Loyal Mergwyn. So make your way down. Keep going, and then here we are in the cafeteria. Go all the way to the right. And the 3rd pale oil is in glass right there. So go ahead and talk to him. It starts the Great Taste of Pharloom Wish. I'm going to walk you guys through all this. So open up some shortcuts for this. Hit that right there, which you don't really need, but open it anyway. But you will need that. Hit that switch right there. Go to the left. And hit this one. There's the map location for that shortcut. So you're going to need that at the end of Courier's Rasher. So here we go. Here's how to get the Mossberry Stew. You guys will need all 3 Mossberries. We're going to do Courier's Rasher later. The Mossberries also gives you a tool called Druid's Eye. And I believe if you give him even more Mossberries in the game, it unlocks another Druid's Eye tool. So there we are on the map at that red dot. And then make your way over to this corner right here to get the first Mossberry. And then it dropped down. So I went down to the ground. There's the first Mossberry. The second Mossberry is right here. This is near the beginning of the game, so I didn't have a compass to show you my map location. So that's why I'm showing a red dot. This one's a little tricky to bounce off of that enemy and then hit that at the top. And then for the 3rd Mossberry, there we are on the map at that red dot in Moss Home. Go to the right. And this is also how to get to the Moss Druid, which is where you deliver the Mossberries. So we're going to get to the Moss Druid, and then I'm going to show you how to get the 3rd Mossberry from that Moss Druid, which is very close by. So just make your way all the way to the right. You're going to see like a green aura mist, and that's how you know you're close to her. So there she is. Back out the way you came, drop down, go to the left, and then go to the right, and you guys will find another Mossberry right here. Just hit it out of this guy's mouth. He doesn't know what he's doing with it. Just take it, go to the left, and then head back up. Return to the Moss Druid, and that's how you guys get the Mossberry Stew. So if it's your very first time, you're going to get the Berry Pick and Wish and the Druid's Eye. But after you do the Great Taste of Pharloom, talk to her again, and she's going to give you that Mossberry Stew. Then Vintage Nectar, get it from Creech and Halfway Home in Greymoor. For your second quest, the first quest is just killing a bunch of enemies, getting 25 pelts or whatever it was. But then the second quest is Vintage Nectar. So once you talk to him, head all the way down. You're going to fight a bunch of enemies, including a Scar Guard, so watch out for him. And then once you kill all of them, you guys will get Vintage Nectar. Make your way back up to the top, and he's just going to talk to you. And then here's how to get Pickled Muck Maggot. So take the lift. If it's your very first time here, go left. The first tower you're in, go to the top and go to the right. That's how you get to the elevator. This is also how to get to Sinner's Road. So we're going to head up here. So on your list of tasks in the Great Taste of Pharloom, it doesn't show Pickled Muck Maggot yet, but you should do it next just to save time because it's really close by to Vintage Nectar. So head to the right. If it's your very first time here, there's a jailed NPC right there. I'm also going to show you guys how to get to my missing brother. If you have double jump, make your way here. If you don't have double jump, make your way up to the right of the room. Make your way over here, and this is also how to get to my missing brother then. But I'm showing you guys this because it's the same way to get to the broken bench in Sinners Road. And I want to show you guys the broken bench because I want to show you guys how to get from there to the boss that drops the pickled muck maggot. Go to the left. If it's your very first time here, go up to the top left of the previous room we were in and hit a switch at the top that lowers a cage. And then you can get to this location here, the broken bench. From the broken bench, here's how to get to the boss that drops the pickled muck maggot. So you're going to go to the very bottom of the room and make your way to the right. And we're going to unlock a shortcut. So whenever you die, you don't have to go here again. You can quickly just make a straight line from the bench in Sinners Road, the broken bench, to the boss that drops pickled muck maggot. Head up here. The boss is to the right there, but hit a switch right there. I'm just going to show you what that looks like on the left side, because now we're going to go from the Sinners Road broken bench, which you fix, by the way, by just heading up the wall and hit a corner in the top left above Chakra. But from that broken bench, head to the right. And there you go. There's that door you just opened. So every time you die from this boss, which you might die a little bit, then head to the right, head up here, and then hit this gong. It'll summon a chef. I'm not going to show it just to avoid spoilers in case you don't want to see what that boss looks like. And you'll get to the muck maggot. He'll drop the muck maggot. Then here's how to get Crustnut, which is in Sands of Karak. So from that fast travel location in Blasted Steps, drop down here and keep dropping down, and you will find a red sign. Hit that switch, by the way, to lower cage. A sign right there, that blue tattered sign. It'll lead to Sands of Karak. So right there. There was that map location where you need to take a left. And then you'll fight Conchflies here, but I'm just smiling because I just find New pillaging their corpses here. So New is in Halfway Home at the top that gives you the Hunter's Journal. So if you kill them and leave and come back, you'll find New for some extra dialogue, which I thought was really funny. I was not expecting to see him. Or her. I never know with this game. Keep heading to the left. And if you have double jump, make your way on that. If you don't have double jump, just make your way around and there's some balloons to hit. If you go inside, that's a needle charge skill that you get. Then for this, you need claw line to get up here. I recommend getting claw line and double jump before even doing the Great Taste of Pharloom, but it's up to you guys. But for this bit, you definitely need claw line. And then jump down to get that. And then claw line there. Make your way to the left. Go to the left. And then right. And then here, try to go when he's at the top. And then you can claw line off of that enemy. That was the hardest part of that bit. Try to claw line off of him. Or try to get to the wall. From here, in Sands of Karak, every time you hit these, you have a limited amount of time. So just keep making your way to the right. You can pogo off those enemies. I also recommend Reaper's Crest for all of this. Now right here, the path splits. If you go left, you get to a memory locket. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to get that. But when you're ready, go to the right. Go off all these. You'll make it to the next section. Pogo off of this guy. You don't have to, but I recommend it. And then double jump, float, claw line. This part's a little tricky, so after you hit that, head down quick. And then you can skip the wall and just float over to the left side. But if you get hit by the spikes, you actually spawn faster, allowing you to get up here. And then head to the right. Okay, if you keep going to the right, that leads to a simple key, just to let you know. We're going to get a map location really quick. So right there is a map location for Chakra. You need all her maps to get Trail's End, which is a special quest with her. But also you guys may like a map. And then head up here, hit this, and that's going to unlock a shortcut for you guys. So you never have to do that platforming again on the left side. So that's going to open up this. We're going to make our way back down. There's a flea right there to the left. We're going to make our way back down to the bench. Right there to the left. If you go in there and then double jump, that's how you get to Grindel's shop. So you guys might like that for more tools. There's the bench. So let's say you die on your way to getting Crustnut. You died that bench, but this time when you head back up, you now have that shortcut to save a ton of time and just head up. So there's the Grindle shop location right there. Keep heading up. We're going to get to that flea that we found. And then keep heading up. We're not going to get the flea just to save time. But if you guys want to see how to get all the fleas in the game, that guide is on my channel. Keep making your way up. So this is new now. We haven't been here before. And they're going to hit these spikes on the left side. So I'll just pogo it off of him. Then keep making your way left. You don't have to kill that guy. So you can try to pogo off of him. And then this guy, just keep pogoing off of him if you want. Then I was curious to see how much the needle charge would do here. I don't know if we're really saving time or not, but you could do it if you want. So you're going to make your way down here. Keep making your way down. There's another enemy. As soon as you drop, watch out for this enemy right here. And then jump, claw line, and then this part's tricky, man. So you want to be low enough so you don't hit yourself, but high enough that you hit it. So just find that nice space. Find that distance. You guys will make your way up. Then get to the right. Now claw line over. Once you find that right angle. Watch out for another enemy. And be careful not to pogo off of him because I hit my head on spikes there at the top. Now once you get past him, claw line over and hit these. Keep making your way to the left. Watch out for another enemy. Hit all these right here. And after you hit all of that, jump up, claw line. And then for that bit, go down. So you don't need to hit the ones at the top. Go down. And you're almost done. You're almost there, guys. Make your way to the bottom left. And that's how to get Crustnut. So we're saving Core's Rasher for last because you end Great Taste of Pharloom at Loyal Mergwyn. So there we are on the map, by the way, for Crustnut. So, once you do Core's Rasher, then you'll finish Great Taste of Pharloom and you'll be at Loyal Mergwyn, saving you guys the most time so you don't need to backtrack and go back to him if you did other ingredients first. So for Core's Rasher, we're going to go to the left side of the map. I've done both routes. This is the best way to get the Core's Rashers done. Huge tip for you guys to help you guys with Core's Rasher. Kill all the enemies on this path. Then fast travel to Belheart, but don't sit at the bench. Then do Core's Rasher and you don't have any enemies to worry about. Unless they patched it. Hopefully they didn't patch it. But once you kill all the enemies, fast travel to Belheart and don't sit at the bench, you won't have any enemies to worry about. Because when you sit at the bench, that resets all the enemies. So that's another way to make this even easier if you guys want. Silk Speed Anklets make you run faster. By the way, once you get to the far left of Shellwood, right before the bench, at the very end, you'll get to this column right here, the same way you would go to Blasted Steps. So at this point, you guys have already gone to Blasted Steps then in Act 2, so you know where to go, probably. And what we're going to do is, this is way better because you just go through Shellwood and Blasted Steps, and then you make it to the Citadel. But if you go the right side of the map, which is another way you could go, through Greymoor, Sinner's Road, Exhaust Organ, there's 3 places before you finally get to the Citadel. That's why this is so much better. Some people like to go through the Wisp Thicket, or the Wisp Ticket, whatever it's called, before they get to Act 2, but you also have to go through the Underworks. But if you go this way, you just have to go through Blasted Steps, and that's the only thing you need to go through, really, to get to the Citadel. Once you get to the Shackle Rings right here, double jump up. If you don't have double jump, you would make your way into the Chakra map location for this place and then head around. But I really do recommend double jump for this. Head up here. And then you could claw line up to the cage here. So double jump off that wall. And then claw line on that first or second cage that's hanging and make your way up to the left. And then go to the right. And then make your way up. So with double jump, you could just make your way up those walls. Then head to the right. Okay, claw line, or pogo off of him. Pogo off that, just to save even more time. And then for this bit, you want to double jump. And then do a claw line to get there. And then you could pogo off of him even though he's dead. And then make your way to the top right. And there you guys will find the Grand Gate and get to Act 2. I almost said the Fleet Caravan. Once you do move the Fleet Caravan to Blasted Steps, Chakra shows up in Greymoor. To the right of Bellheart, you can hit a ring at the beginning of Greymoor to summon her for a secret conversation with her. Just a tip for you guys, something you want to do before Act 3. So for this bit, you're going to make your way on all of these. There's a wall here for the very first time. Watch out for this blade. Double jump over it, and then hit another ceiling right there, another obstacle. Now for this, you could use cog work or cog wheels to get rid of the hordes. And you're going to make your way up. And then there's a shortcut that you'll have opened. Keep making your way up. And head up here. And there we are on the map. So remember that map location so you can go there and open up that shortcut if you don't have it already. But you guys might have that unlocked already because it's near Adventure fast travel system as well, which you guys might also have. And hit that. Make your way to the right. Just jump over that and find that gap to get around them. Skip them. Go up. That guy's gonna come towards you, so you pogo off of him. Head up here. And you guys will get to this ledge. And I believe that was the second ledge in that room. And keep making your way up. And we're gonna get to those two very important shortcuts that I showed you guys earlier. One right there. As soon as you go in the next room, jump up right away. And then go to the right. And that's how you guys will then get to Loyal Morgwen. And I was doing the Songclave supplies during that route, which is almost the same route. But then I ended it with the Crow's Rasher one. Once you finish it, you guys will get the pale oil. And then you can sharpen your needle. And then you still need something more, so you need 450 rosaries. So check out my rosary guides on my channel if you guys need that. And that's how you guys get all 3 needle upgrades and do the great taste of Pharloom. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and comment, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.